My name is Olufella Rodriguez, and this is Grace Grosco. Next year will be our third year at the Dayton Regional STEM School, and we'll be going to the 8th grade. Today, we're here to talk to you about the Storybook Project, which is a project where you group with someone else to create a storybook for 3rd to 5th graders. We used a lot of PBL in this project. Yet, when you were making your storybook, you had to make it about one of the 3 topics: refusal skills, effective communication, or conflict resolution. Refusal skills are when you use different verbal techniques to avoid peer pressure, and that was the topic me and my partner chose to write about. So, me and my partner chose, our book was about a vegetarian pizza named Charlie who was being pressured by other meat pizzas to eat meat, and PBL made this project very fulfilling once it was complete. At the end of the project, when you were done making your storybook, you had to send it out to somewhere in the community for 3rd to 5th graders to read it. Grace, where did your book end up at?
My book actually ended up with my 3rd grade teacher at the Fairborn Primary School. It was a requirement for our book to end up with an audience of 3rd through 5th graders. I immediately thought of my 3rd grade teacher. After a little bit of discussion, my partner agreed, and the next step was to plan out what we wanted to say in our email, asking her if she wanted the book. When it came to making the phone call, I had to do all of the talking. I wasn't too worried about it since it was a teacher. We couldn't call during school hours since she was teaching, so we had to stay after school. When we were on the phone, it was on speaker, so both me and my partner could hear. My name was called over the intercom because my dad had come to pick me up. So she could hear everything, which kind of freaked us out a little bit, and we didn't really know what to do, but it definitely taught us that mistakes happen, weird, awkward situations happen, just got to pull through, and we worked it out. It was a little weird, but overall, it was fun. So Ulu, what was it like working with a partner on this project?
To me, working in a group prepares you for the real world. Creating the storybook my group ran a lot smoother than others, but it can be tough sometimes, and I know it was tough for other groups. For example, there was a time when I was illustrating our story, and I wanted more than pepperoni on the pizzas because they're meat pizzas and there's more than one type of meat. And plus, it'd make my time illustrating it a lot more fun. But my partner came up to me and said, hey, we should just keep the pepperoni on them because it makes it easier to differentiate the two. You could say, these are the meat pizzas, this is Charlie. And also, you could get the main point of the story out a lot smoother. So I agreed with him after some discussion, and after that, we just, as you can see up here, our final point of the story, we had them with only pepperoni on them. When working in a job or almost doing anything, you have to work with other people, and working in a group can simulate this. You have to know that you won't be able to get your way all the time, and you must work towards one goal as a whole group. This shows collaboration, which is used a lot in the real world.
So, what was it like, or what skills can you take away from this experience?
PBL works us more, and a lot of it is because the teacher had us do a lot of things by ourselves instead of the teacher just setting it up for us. As a result, when we finished the project, we felt like we actually accomplished something. For example, we had to learn a whole new program called Adobe Illustrator, which was not a very welcoming program. We had to watch up to half-hour-long tutorials to learn it, and I really didn't like it. Also, when writing the book, we were the only group to make our story rhyme, so it was hard because we had to make the story rhyme, make it look good and sound good, and we had to make it 3rd to 5th grade appropriate. We went through multiple drafts, and it was a hassle when the teacher kept sending us back and forth to keep fixing the drafts. So work's not going to be easy all the time, and you can't just walk away from your problems. You must use persistence, which is one of the many, many things PBL teaches.
Something that I would like to add to answer this question is taking your time. You can't rush greatness. Trying to rush through things may get it done quicker, but it won't be to your best efforts. That's something that we worked on a lot during this project. That's why we had so many drafts for our images, our story, our email, and even our call, we had an outline. Also, working with someone, learning how to communicate and collaborate with them. I used so many of these skills during this project. especially with my partner. PBL doesn't just prepare you for the future, but it helps outside of school. I use these communication and collaboration skills every day in Girl Scouts and in swim.
So, even though it's hard sometimes, PBL actually makes me enjoy coming to school. So Grace, obviously I really like PBL. What do you think of it?
I feel like PBL helps prepare you for what it's like after you graduate and outside of school. PBL engages the students so they want to learn and have fun while doing so. I know that I love getting up for school every morning and asking myself, what are we going to do today? Thank you all for listening.